Hello, busy educator. Really stupid resume mistakes and how to fix them. If you have sent your resume to over a dozen schools and colleges and not received a single reply, your disappointment is very natural. But this doesn't mean that you have to give up on your teaching career. Maybe, just maybe, the problem lies in your resume. Here are the 5 most common mistakes people make in their resumes. Typos. Looking for a position in your college. Did you notice the missing R? This applicant lost their candidature even before the human resources team could go through their resume. This embarrassing little mistake instantly made them unfit for the position of a teacher in a respected school or college. How to fix it? Give your resume to at least 2 other people to read. This way you'll get other people's opinions too. Generic resume. Don't use the same resume for different industries, for example, teaching and software development. Your resume should reflect the essence of the industry you're applying for. How to fix it? Create different resumes for different industries. And this doesn't mean tweaking it a bit here and there. You need to create 2 completely different resumes. Mass mailing. Do you send one email to several organizations using the BCC or blind carbon copy feature? Many people do it and it saves a lot of time. Problem is, if you mass mail your resume, they'll think that you're not serious about their school or college and you're not specifically targeting them. How to fix it? Send each resume individually. Yes, it will take a couple of minutes extra, but it will be worth the time. Not using keywords in the era of electronic processing. Many companies process resumes digitally and weed out the generic ones. They look for different keywords, and if they don't find them, your resume goes to trash even before the human resources team can take a look at it. How to fix it? Enter the relevant keywords in your resume. You can find them in the job description. Just by scanning the description carefully, you'll notice certain important words. Use them in your resume. Long resumes. Don't include all your achievements in your resume. You might be tempted to mention all your accomplishments there, from the gold medal you won in college for debate to the Employee of the Year award in retail. But with the large volume of resumes received by the Human Resources Department, they don't have time to go through all those details. A resume needs to be specific and compact. How to fix it? Remove all the junk and make your resume to the point. Make sure it stays less than 2 pages long. That's it for now, busy educator. Stay tuned for the next video. 2 keywords to include in a killer teaching resume. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, busy educator. Really stupid. Hello, busy educator. Keywords to include in a killer teaching resume. We all know that a resume should be geared toward its specific industry. While people belonging to management positions have a lot of keywords to add, teachers are usually seen with bland resumes. However, if you sprinkle your CV with the right keywords, you can add a much needed spice to make it look more attractive. Here are some keywords you should use. Coach. Coached the girls' basketball team and secured the 2nd position in 2015 state championship. Mentor. Acted as a mentor to a graduation student and helped him with time management issues. Organize. Organized school-level debates and quiz competitions throughout my time at National College of Science. Advise. Advise students in compiling, publication, and distribution of the school yearbook. Train. Train the staff to use the latest computerized system. Present. Presented a paper on importance of mathematical theories in real life at Global Mathematics Association Conference 2015. Found. Founded the Student-Teacher Cooperation Group in 2014. With these keywords, you'll be able to grab the attention of the Human Resources team. If you read some inspiring stories of teachers, you'll find several of the keywords that you can more accurately use on your resume. These words will help you stand out and increase your chances of being called. Whatever keywords you use, make sure they reflect these core skills: written and oral communication skills. The keywords we've mentioned above show that you know how to use words to convey what you're offering. A strong vocabulary shows off your skills as a teacher. Problem-solving skills. During your interview, make sure you demonstrate your problem-solving skills. There's a common myth that teachers don't have problem-solving talent. You can mention in your resume that you have these skills and can handle unexpected situations. Deadline-oriented skills. Mention in your resume that you have the ability to meet deadlines. This can include the number of lessons to be prepared in a day, submitting lesson plans, completing progress reports, and grading. That's it for now, busy educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Don't let them junk your resume. Avoid these mistakes. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, busy educator. Don't let them junk your resume. Avoid these mistakes. There are many people who have all the right qualifications and skills, but somehow never get called for an interview. Are you one of them? Maybe you're not showcasing your skills the right way. Your resume is something that creates your first impression. If it's not perfect, it might get thrown in the trash or recycle bin. Yes, as distressing it may sound, if the HR team finds blaring mistakes in your resume, they will just delete it from their list. Here's a list of common mistakes that many prospective teachers make and miss excellent opportunities to work in the preferred schools or colleges. Wrong format. Many new candidates try to be unique. In their quest for uniqueness, they sometimes opt for different resume formats. If you select a format that makes things difficult for the HR team, they will not spend a lot of time scanning through it. All your details should be concise and easily available for them to read. Also, make sure your phone number and email address are at the top of the resume so that they can easily contact you. Not qualified enough. There are many people who apply to the job even if they're not fully qualified for it. To avoid making this mistake, read the requirements carefully before applying. Many candidates think that there's no harm in applying and they might just get called even though they are not qualified for it. This just wastes the time of the HR team and is in no way beneficial to the candidate either. No attention to detail. You might not think it's a big thing, but uneven margins in your resume can make it almost impossible to print, and it will end up in the trash even if you have all the right skills for the job. Also, if you didn't mail all the necessary documents enlisted in the job advertisement, your application will be rejected. Pay attention to all the details. One small mistake may cancel your candidature. Of course, it goes without saying that you should proofread your resume many times so there are no spelling or grammar mistakes in it. If English is not your first language, get the resume made by a professional so it shows that you're a serious applicant. That's it for now, busy educator. Stay tuned for the next video, adding all the details in a short resume, how to do it. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, busy educator. Adding all the details in a short resume, how to do it. After working for over a decade as a high school or elementary teacher, you have some strong experience to boast about, but your resume is already packed and you don't want to add another page to it. How do you manage to add extra details to your jam-packed resume? Here are some tips to create a stunning resume in limited space. Make it specific. Your resume is like your life story condensed in points that makes it easier to read. It depends on you and how you want to shape it. What kind of image do you want to build? Are you a physics teacher? Or a history teacher? Or an English teacher? Drop everything from your resume that isn't related to your teaching career. You might want to drop out that paragraph about working in a factory before joining the teaching profession. You can even create different versions of your resume and present your life details in different ways in each resume. For example, if you're looking for a position as a computer teacher as well as a software developer, your resumes should be different and reflect a different skill set. Delete the extras. To make space on your already packed resume, you need to delete some extras. For that, you need to prioritize things. What can you delete? If an experience is too old, you can remove it to make some space. Keep the recent experiences on your resume because the HR team would be more interested in them. However, make sure you don't delete an important part. For example, if you received a gold medal at a national level conference of science teachers, don't leave it out. Synthesize your details. If a certain part of your resume does not show your strongest skills, it's best to consolidate it. For example, if you had a 2.5 GPA, you don't have to mention it. Also, if you have worked for just 2 months in an organization, it's best to leave that part out. The HR team would be interested in knowing why you left that job so early. Use other space. If you're applying for a job in a school where they regularly take the students on a trip, it would be a good idea to include that you have an interest in traveling and have been to many places. However, you can't add a lot of details in a packed resume. So you can move those details to the cover letter, or you can mention that during the interview process instead. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video, adding supporting documents to your resume while applying. Here's how. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Adding supporting documents to your resume while applying. Here's how. When you apply for a job, your employer might be looking for something extra apart from the standard resume and cover letter. The extra documents are known as supporting documentation and can include a number of things such as scanned copies of certificates and letters of recommendation. While many employers leave the documentation part for the interview process, some of them may specify in the job description that they want to see them with the application. Why they need the supporting documents. The employers are looking for these documents to confirm that you match their requirements precisely. There are many applicants who apply for a job even if they don't match any criteria. To weed such candidates out and save their time, the HR team sometimes asks for supporting documents. If you fail to attach the specific files with your application, your candidacy will be ignored. How to submit the documents. If a school, college, or a university asks you to attach the relevant documents, get your educational certificates and letters of recommendation scanned. Once scanned, they will be in a JPEG or PDF format. When you apply for a particular teaching position, attach the scanned files with it. It's pretty simple. However, it gets difficult when you can't locate your documents. If you can't find the relevant documents, contact the organization, your school, college, or university that issued them to you, and you might be able to obtain duplicate copies. Label them correctly. Name all your files correctly. Don't send obscurely named files such as 112390 PDF. Make sure you write your name as well as the document name when sending. If you are sending a reference file, naming it reference.pdf wouldn't be such a good idea either, because the HR team will get a number of reference files and your file can be mixed up with the others. Opening each file to see whom it belongs to is a tedious process. So again, make sure you mention your name and the file name as well so the HR team can quickly find it. This will save them a lot of time and will go a long way to making sure you're noticed in a positive way even before your interview starts. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Your dream teaching job is not too far away. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, busy educator. Your dream teaching job is not too far away. Whether you're a seasoned teacher looking for new challenges or a fresh graduate searching for a new teaching job, you need special magic to be chosen from all the candidates. We all know that top school districts get thousands of applications for teaching positions, and yet only a few get chosen. If you have all the right credentials, all you need is a little extra. Let us introduce you to some special tips that will help you land that dream teaching job. Professional profile. Create a professional profile that will help you cut through the clutter of other job seekers. The first couple of lines in each resume usually belongs to the job objectives. Remove that part and add a professional profile instead. This profile can be made descriptive by adding your strengths and accomplishments. For example, you might want to add that your students scored high on the state exams. Don't ignore job fairs. Most seasoned teachers think that job fairs are for fresh graduates. The truth is that education job fairs can be good for experienced teachers too. Even if you don't succeed in getting a job there, you'll form great connections with the administrators of various schools and colleges. When you visit a job fair, make sure you dress right, because a good first impression can help you get the job you want. Be active on social media. If you're looking for a teaching job for the first time, you need all the connections you can get, and for that, social media is the best platform. It will help you build connections by sitting at home and not spending anything. While LinkedIn is a great place for professionals, even Facebook can help you find a good job, because many schools and universities place their openings on social media channels as well. These tips will help you get your dream teaching job. And if you're still waiting, you can always sub in the school you like. By acting as a substitute teacher, you can gain experience and boost your resume while you look for a regular teaching job. That's it for now, busy educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Still looking for a teaching job? Follow this checklist. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, busy educator. Still looking for a teaching job? Follow this checklist. Teaching is the dream profession of many young graduates. It gives them a chance to be heard and share their knowledge with others. It's a great profession for those who have leadership skills and want to be social. If you have applied to a number of teaching positions and still haven't become successful, here's a checklist for you. Consider moving. Instead of limiting your job search to your neighboring schools and colleges, send the applications to big schools, even if they are far away. If you get selected, you can always move to another city. After all, a job at a premier college or school will be a great move for your career. Get your paperwork ready. Make sure you have your resume, cover letter, and other documents ready. Proofread your resume several times to make sure it does not have any mistakes. Be available on social networks. Your presence on social media networks like LinkedIn can help you build connections. If you are connected to administrators from colleges and schools, there are chances that they will prefer you over others when it's time to hire. Attend job fairs. Attend the job fairs held at your alma mater, along with those at the neighboring colleges and universities. You have better chances of being selected at your alma mater than the others. Prepare for the interview. There are some questions that are asked frequently. For example, what can you bring to the school? And how do you plan to influence the students? Come up with witty and professional answers for these questions. Share vignettes. Be open during the interview and share some positive vignettes about your previous experiences. These could include student achievements, classroom management, and unique teaching methodologies that you follow. Follow up. Sometimes the college or school might take extra time in hiring. If you follow up using emails, there are higher chances of you being hired. When you email them, state again that you would love to work with them. Stay positive. It's a tough economy, but Teaching positions keep opening up every now and then in various schools and colleges. Don't give up hope, and you'll soon bag a great teaching job. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Teaching in a community college can be a great option too. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Teaching in a community college can be a great option too. It's a challenging job market, and applying for community college jobs can be a good idea. Here are some points you need to keep in mind when you apply to a two-year college. Solve their problems. A community college will hire you to solve their problems and not yours. You'll find that full-time faculty positions are extremely rare. They will hire only when someone leaves, and this can mean as long as once every 10 years. Oftentimes, they will hire part-time staff only. So if you're planning to work there, make sure you can dedicate quite a number of years until a position opens up. You may be lucky, and a position may open up sooner than you think. Focus on teaching. When you write a resume for a community college, highlight your teaching experience and not scholarly skills. It's a good idea to find out about the programs offered by that college so you can highlight relevant skills in your resume. You're not overqualified. You might think that your educational qualifications are overqualified for a community college, but it's not always true. Many community colleges hire PhD teachers to attract more students. If you have a PhD, you will be given preference during the recruitment process. Recognize the benefits. Working in a community college can be good in many ways. Some community colleges offer great salaries and opportunities. Also, there'll be no pressure on you to conduct research. And since students only do two-year courses, you get to work with new faces more often. Don't lose your passion. Even if there is no pressure on you to research, it's always best to keep studying and learning new things. You can always participate in professional organizations and present papers. With a secure job, you will have greater freedom to expand your horizon. While working at a community college can be a fulfilling experience, don't be surprised if you're required to go back to school. Many institutions require the faculty to have a teaching license, which means you might have to go back to school before you can teach. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Teachers have it all. Here is how to utilize it. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Teachers have it all. Here's how to utilize it. Being a teacher is amazing. You get to learn so many skills and get your voice heard. And that's not all. If you ever want to change your industry, you can always get priority over the other applicants because of the skills you've acquired over the years as a teacher. It's true. Teachers have it all. Let's take a look at the benefits of being a teacher. Strong communication skills. You've been delivering lessons in a format that is understandable to all. It's pretty obvious that you have strong communication skills. No matter which industry you're planning to join, communication skills are considered very important. In the interview, you can discuss how you're able to teach students belonging to different cultures, backgrounds, and age groups. Ability to work independently. Whether it's about designing the course material or handling the entire class and maintaining discipline, you have been doing it independently. That's a rare skill because classroom management requires leadership skills and time management. All industries are looking for these skills in their employees, and they are hard to find. Problem-solving skills. You've worked with an entire class, and many of them had unique problems that needed to be solved. You solved them. This shows that you possess skills that let you handle unforeseen circumstances. During the interview, make sure you have a few examples that you can discuss where you solve the problems of students. Interpersonal skills. Since you've worked with different types of people and handled them well, you have developed strong interpersonal skills. Whether you acted as a guidance counselor or worked with students on a school project, you have attained interpersonal skills that help you work as a team and be in a leading position. You can also mention how you have worked with difficult people and handled the situation really well. During the interview, you can also discuss how you had to plan a surprise test for the things you taught the same day. This will show your ability to adhere to deadlines. As a teacher, you've developed some cool skills that can't be found in others. Use them to your benefit if you're applying for a job in a different industry. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Being a business leader. Yes, teachers can be great entrepreneurs. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Teachers have it all. Here's how to utilize it. Being a teacher is amazing. You get to learn so many skills and get your voice heard. And that's not all. If you ever want to change your industry, you can always get priority over the other applicants because of the skills you've acquired over the years as a teacher. It's true. Teachers have it all. Let's take a look at the benefits of being a teacher. Strong communication skills. You've been delivering lessons in a format that is understandable to all. It's pretty obvious that you have strong communication skills. No matter which industry you're planning to join, communication skills are considered very important. In the interview, you can discuss how you're able to teach students belonging to different cultures, backgrounds, and age groups. Ability to work independently. Whether it's about designing the course material or handling the entire class and maintaining discipline, you have been doing it independently. That's a rare skill because classroom management requires leadership skills and time management. All industries are looking for these skills in their employees, and they are hard to find. Problem-solving skills. You've worked with an entire class, and many of them had unique problems that needed to be solved. You solved them. This shows that you possess skills that let you handle unforeseen circumstances. During the interview, make sure you have a few examples that you can discuss where you solve the problems of students. Interpersonal skills. Since you've worked with different types of people and handled them well, you have developed strong interpersonal skills. Whether you acted as a guidance counselor or worked with students on a school project, you have attained interpersonal skills that help you work as a team and be in a leading position. You can also mention how you have worked with difficult people and handled the situation really well. During the interview, you can also discuss how you had to plan a surprise test for the things you taught the same day. This will show your ability to adhere to deadlines. As a teacher, you've developed some cool skills that can't be found in others. Use them to your benefit if you're applying for a job in a different industry. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Being a business leader. Yes, teachers can be great entrepreneurs. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Being a business leader. Yes, teachers can be great entrepreneurs. If you're a teacher, this title might have taken you by surprise. Teachers and entrepreneurs? What kind of business can teachers do? Sell their lessons? Well, in fact, yes. And much, much more. Actually, you can be a successful business person and very easily. As you have taught students, you've gained several skills that will help you open your own startup. Teaching helps you focus. Teachers work with a certain objective in mind. It is the focus that drives your course and lesson plans. Meeting daily objectives is difficult, and many teachers hate it, but they have to do it. It forms a habit, and they get to be clear in their goals and objectives of the month and the semester. When you start a business, you need to be focused towards your goals. Many people fail in their businesses because they lose focus and interest very soon. As a teacher, you know how to stay there and keep it going. It gives you patience. As a teacher, you need to work with students who come from different backgrounds. It takes patience to discipline them. There are difficult people, and you know how to deal with them patiently. This helps you work with all kinds of clients. You know how to handle tricky situations which other people can't do. You can simplify complicated issues. When you teach your lessons, you need to break them down to your students. This builds your ability to simplify complicated issues. This skill helps you during presentations and conferences, where you can talk more easily to people and help them understand your idea. You can break complicated things down into digestible chunks for others to understand. You can discipline your workforce. As a teacher, you've handled students without losing patience. This makes you a better manager than the others. You have the ability to motivate and discipline your workforce without being too pushy. You get deadlines completed on time. This can give you success in your business. Teaching gives you unique skills that help you immensely in real life. Whether you're looking for a job or want to start a company, these skills will help you go high in your career. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video, how to prepare for your teacher interview. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. How to prepare for your teacher interview. If you're in Teachers College, just graduated, or already teaching, it's a great idea to get a trusted mentor and a group of 3 to 5 fellow classmates. Next, brainstorm the best teaching interview questions you can think of. Then, brainstorm again for the single best answer to interview questions. A good place to start is by searching Google and YouTube. It's a good idea to go to every interview you can possibly go to. This will give you experience in not only interviewing, but an opportunity to answer interview questions. Another tip for your interview comes from what Warren Buffett told business students from the University of Maryland. He said that his hiring team at Berkshire Hathaway looked for intelligence, integrity, and energy in prospective employees. One thing his hiring team don't pay much attention to is IQ. They'd rather get someone with a real passion for business over the smartest guy in the room. So keep that in mind when interviewing. Show your passion for teaching. It really means everything. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Top 15 questions they ask in a teaching interview. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Top 15 questions they ask in a teaching interview. It's a good bet that one or more of these questions will be asked of you during a teacher interview. It's a good idea to prepare answers for these questions in advance. Here they are. Number 1, tell us something about yourself. Number 2, how would you communicate with students' parents? Number 3, what is your teaching methodology? Number 4, are you flexible with your approach? How? Number 5, how do you evaluate students? Number 6, how do you handle stressful situations? Number 7, why do you think that you would be a good fit with the school? Number 8, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Number 9, how do you handle classroom management issues? Number 10, why should I hire you? Number 11, do you prefer to work on your own or as a team? Number 12, why are you interested in working for this school? Number 13, what is your philosophy of education? Number 14, how do you incorporate technology into the classroom? And number 15, how do you integrate curriculum across subject, content areas? That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video, answers to top 5 questions they ask in a teacher interview. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Top 15 questions they ask in a teaching interview. It's a good bet that one or more of these questions will be asked of you during a teacher interview. It's a good idea to prepare answers for these questions in advance. Here they are. Number 1, tell us something about yourself. Number 2, how would you communicate with students' parents? Number 3, what is your teaching methodology? Number 4, are you flexible with your approach? How? Number 5, how do you evaluate students? Number 6, how do you handle stressful situations? Number 7, why do you think that you would be a good fit with the school? Number 8, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Number 9, how do you handle classroom management issues? Number 10, why should I hire you? Number 11, do you prefer to work on your own or as a team? Number 12, why are you interested in working for this school? Number 13, what is your philosophy of education? Number 14, how do you incorporate technology into the classroom? And number 15, how do you integrate curriculum across subject, content areas? That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video, answers to top 5 questions they ask in a teacher interview. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. What principals are looking for in you? So, you're looking for a teaching job. To be selected for it, you have to be chosen by the human resources team of the school or college. The principal of the organization is generally the main member of that team. What exactly is the principal looking for in a prospective teacher? Here's what principals are saying. Passion. Passion in a teacher is very important. We get thousands of applications and about 20 candidates get called for one position. We don't want to hire just anybody. If they have a passion for teaching, they will be a good teacher. Passionate people are ready to change their ways and experiment with new things. We interview them and find out what their true interests are. If they are a teacher by heart, that's what we're looking for. Sensitivity. We live in a world where people of many cultures unite and stay together in peace. We don't want someone who is not sensitive towards the interests of others. Sensitivity is required everywhere, and it especially becomes important in multicultural organizations. Humor. A little sense of humor is a good thing. It keeps the classroom alive. We aren't exactly looking for a comedian, but a little wit is always welcome. It helps you resonate with the students. They don't feel that the class is a burden. Also, we've seen that a teacher who has a sense of humor can explain things in a better way. Experience. Some positions require experienced teachers, and some need fresh graduates. However, any kind of teaching experience is always a big plus. For example, if you have some kinds of part-time teaching experience, that's always considered a big plus. This means that you have what it takes. Teaching an entire class of students isn't easy. It takes confidence and leadership skills to just stand there and be the center of attention. If you've already taught, it means you can handle it. Likable and trustworthy. We want someone who is likable and gets along with people. We also want someone who we can trust, a team player who knows how to protect the interests of the school, its administrators, as well as the interests of the entire staff. We would rather hire someone who we can trust rather than someone who is the smartest person in the room. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. What to do after the teaching interview. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. What to do after the teacher interview. Congratulations for completing your job interview. Now that it's over, you have to sit back and wait for the call, right? Well, actually, there's a lot you can do. It's always a good idea to follow up to increase your chances of being hired. Even if you think you did a really well or really bad in the interview, it doesn't harm in following up. How to follow up? Stay tuned. Confirm your next step. Instead of deciding the next step yourself, it's always best to ask in your interview what your next step should be. In most cases, they'll say that they'll give you a call if you're selected. You can always ask them about an estimated date by when the results will be finalized. This will give you an idea about the waiting time. A thank you email. Most people don't send this small token of appreciation which is precisely how you can set yourself apart from the others. Just let them know that you are thankful for being called, and the interview that they did with you went very well. Include some details about the interview and the parts you like the best. Don't just send a generic thank you note in the email. It should actually reflect your experience during the interview. Make sure you include the details such as the date the interview was held and, if possible, the names of the people who are on the interview panel. Phone call. The hiring process takes long, so don't start calling them up after the interview to ask about the results. If they had already given you a date, for example, they had said that they will call you within a week to let you know, you should call them up on the 8th day to ask them about the results. Too many phone calls would make you sound annoying. Before making a phone call, remember that there are chances that they have already selected someone, so if they say you're not selected, don't be rude. This will just make you sound unprofessional, and you'll lose all chances of future employment with that school. Whether you're selected or rejected, make sure you accept it gracefully. This will help you build a professional image, which will be helpful in your future. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Substitute teacher interview. Tricky questions and answers. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Substitute teacher interview. Tricky questions and answers. Working as a substitute teacher can help you get the much needed experience that will land you a job as a regular teacher. While you might think that becoming a substitute teacher is easy, it actually takes hard work. Are you ready to face the interview for a substitute teacher? Let's help you out by offering answers to some of the tricky questions. As a substitute teacher, what are your biggest strengths? I have adaptability as my major strength. Apart from that, I also possess compassion and problem-solving abilities. All these skills will help me handle my responsibilities in this job. Different students have different learning abilities. How do you cater to their needs? The three main learning styles are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. I use all three strategies in my lesson plans so that all types of students benefit equally from my classes. Do you think the job of a substitute teacher is easier than that of a regular teacher, or harder? And why? I believe that substitute teachers have more responsibilities than regular teachers because substitutes don't have enough time to get to know each student and connect with them. Also, because substitutes are generally rotated in different classes, they have to handle different responsibilities and types of students. How would you handle a negative response from a student? I like to take a proactive approach by engaging students in the lesson, by making the lesson interesting and helping students make good choices in class. If I do get a negative response from a student, I would follow the regular teacher's discipline plan. What do you like the most about substitute teaching? I like the challenges involved in substitute teaching. It includes teaching different classes and involved in a lot of diversity. It inspires me as I look forward to a new challenge each day. At the end of the day, I learn something new and upgrade myself. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Being interviewed for an overseas position? Read this first. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Being interviewed for an overseas position? Read this first. The environment is stressful in any interview, but it becomes more stressful when you've applied for a position that is located overseas. You're not just going to join a new job, but a completely different country. This means you have to relocate and adapt to a different culture. Your entire life is going to change, so make sure you prepare well. Do your research. If the job entails that you have to move to a country with totally different culture and customs, make sure you learn about their basics before applying. Get to know the location of the country and the major languages spoken there. You might have to visit your home country at least once every year, and this would mean a lot of expense. Also, keep in mind that stereotypes are not always true, so free your mind of stereotypes before you research the country. Be realistic. When you go to work in a different country, your employer would be investing a lot in you. Make sure you are honest. If you're planning to leave the job in a couple of years, you should discuss this during the interview. Also, be realistic in your expectations. Going to another country would mean you have to face certain challenges. If you feel you're not flexible enough for that, it's best to let your employers know beforehand. Understand the audience. Since different countries have different cultures, you need to understand the expectations of your students before you apply for the job. All schools have different responsibilities and expectations. If you're going to a country where English is not the first language, you should make an endeavor to learn their language. This will make your stay in that country just that much easier. Keep in mind that you're moving to another country because you want to run away from your problems. It's highly unlikely that you'll keep your motivation high. Plan to move to another country if you can actually adapt to its culture and traditions. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video, how social media can help you in your teaching job hunt. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. How social media can help you in your teaching job hunt. When it comes to job hunting, sometimes prospective teachers don't use social media very well, and this becomes their weak point. Social media is as important in teaching as in any other industry. Your social networking profile is like your informal resume, so keep only those things on it that you would like to share with everyone. Teachers have to maintain a leading role, so it's best to keep your profile clean and professional. Here are some ways in which social media can help your job hunt. Build connections. You can create a professional profile on LinkedIn and build some great connections. Once you create a profile and connect with the people you know, LinkedIn will automatically connect you with others in your industry. A social bio. Social media is an informal platform to showcase your skills. You cannot discuss everything during the interview. These days, many organizations check a candidate's social profile before hiring them. If your profile reflects your passion about the subject, they will instantly accept you. However, if you have shared objectionable material on your social media channels, they might have second thoughts about bringing you into their organization. Professional development. When you're on social media and connected with people in your industry, you get to learn many things. This can help you during the interview. When the human resources team interviews you, you can discuss all the latest advancements in the subject you've majored in. This way, they'll be convinced that you have a genuine interest in the subject you're planning to teach. Showcase your work. With a social media presence, you can showcase all your achievements without stuffing them in your packed resume. If you have recently presented a paper at a conference and didn't get a chance to mention that in the interview, you can mention it on social media. If the HR team checks your social media profile, they'll get to know more about you. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Teachers, don't break the social media rules. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Teachers, don't break these social media rules. In the age of smartphones and social media, almost all students are on platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So are many school principals and other school faculty. There have been news stories about teachers being fired for inappropriate social media updates. In such a scenario, it's very important to understand some basic social media rules that apply to teachers. Do not add everyone. As a rule of thumb, add your students only after they graduate. This will make social media easier for you. When it comes to adding a friend or following someone, maintain a professional distance. If you find a student trying to stalk you, it's best to block them on social media. All platforms have blocking functions that you can use. Keep it clean. Don't post pictures related to or showing alcohol or drugs. As a teacher, you are an authority figure and students look up to you. Don't give them a reason to think that alcoholism or drug abuse is cool. Also, don't show gang signs or inappropriate tattoos. All these things can get you in trouble with the school organization. Don't share anything inappropriate. There are certain social media apps that promise 100% confidentiality, but remember that there are several loopholes in them. For example, if you share a picture with someone on Snapchat thinking that they can't save it, think again. There are ways by which people can screenshot snaps without letting the sender know about it. Don't complain about your job. It's a good practice for all employees. Never complain about your job, especially if you have school authorities or co-workers on your list. You might think that complaining would be okay if it's set to private, but it's not. Always maintain a positive image on social media. Don't post student photos. That is the biggest mistake you can make. All parents have their own choices about posting their children's pictures online. Don't breach their privacy. Such an act can land you in a lot of trouble and even get you fired. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. Social media for teachers. Some nuggets of advice. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. Social media for teachers. Some nuggets of advice. Social media is highly accessible and addictive. And this is why you'll find almost everyone on social media. Teachers, principals, and students are no exceptions. They're all present on social platforms. While in the classroom the interactions are more formal, on social media there's a certain casualness. This is why it's very important to understand the social media environment and how to behave on it. What effect can it have on you? You share your personal details and photos on social media. When you befriend students, you're opening yourself to them on a personal level. This can jeopardize your classroom relations, and they may take you less seriously because of the content you've opened up for them. It's not a good idea to add or follow your students. Also, keep your personal posts as private as you can so that others can't access them. What are privacy settings? On Facebook, you control who can add you in their friend list. However, on Twitter, anybody can follow you. If you don't want a particular person to follow you or comment on your tweets, you can block them. However, keep in mind that your tweets are public, so it's best to keep them clean and appropriate. Facebook posts can be marked private. When you post any personal details or photos, always mark them as private and never share any objectionable material on social media. Keep these points in mind whenever you post something on social media, because you never know who's watching, who's reading. Searchable. Whatever content you post is searchable on Google. So whatever you post on Twitter can be found using Google forever. It's not going anywhere. Your post from 2005 can come back to haunt you. Your post will always be there, even after 30 years. So think before posting. Copyable. Anything you post can be copied, even on apps that promise they don't let others copy. For example, your photos on Snapchat can be copied and saved. Invisible audience. Even if you post something privately on Facebook, it can be propagated by one of your friends. Nothing is private, and everything can be seen by an invisible audience. But don't be afraid of social media. It can be very helpful in building connections and reaching out to better prospects. Just make sure you use it judiciously, and don't post without thinking carefully about it. Platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn can give you a lot of power if used wisely. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next video. How to attract employers using your social media profile. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. How to attract employers using your social media profile. If you think social media is only about stalking on people or tweeting to celebrities, you need to think again. Social media can act as a strong self-marketing tool and help you get hired in the school or college of your choice. Job seekers from various industries choose this platform to discover new opportunities and information about the organization they're applying to. Recruiters use it to find more information about the person they're going to hire. If you're applying for a job, there are chances that the HR team will go through your social media page. How can you make it a job magnet? Learn some tips right here. Have a professional profile. Visit your About section and complete your profile. Many people have incomplete profiles. This doesn't give the HR team any insight into your personality. Make a professional-looking About section that shows that you're serious about your subject and have a passion for it. Join relevant groups. Create a profile on LinkedIn and join the groups relevant to teaching. More specifically, join some groups related to your subject. Of course, you're on social media for some fun, and you would join some exciting groups too, but make sure you're a part of at least a couple of professional groups, even on Facebook. Highlight your achievements. If you had received the best physics teacher award in your previous school, make sure you publicly post about it. This way, people can see it and know about your dedication to your profession. And when you send an application for a job, they'll visit your profile and see that you are indeed a good candidate. Keep updating your profile. If you're on LinkedIn, and you should be, update your profile every time there's a change in your professional life. If you've switched schools, update it there. And if you received a promotion, edit to your profile to reflect your new position. That's it for now, Busy Educator. Stay tuned for the next tip, how to get disqualified using your social media profile. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other. Hello, Busy Educator. How to get disqualified using your social media profile. Yes, you read and heard the title right. Social media is very important in today's job scenario. While a positive presence can help you score a good job, a negative presence can cost you the job you already have. Social media reflects your true personality. What does your profile talk to you about? One politically incorrect remark will not just tarnish your image, but can also result in disqualifying you from an attractive job possibility. Here are some of the mistakes you should avoid when you're on social media. Not being visible. When you send your resume to a school and they think you're a good candidate, the next thing they would want to do is look at your profile. If they don't find you online, you'll miss an opportunity to impress them. With a public professional profile, you can let them know that you're a serious and a passionate candidate. You don't have to make everything public, just make your About section public. Being offensive. Today's schools and colleges have students from a variety of cultures and backgrounds. If you post racial jokes or offensive comments, you'll instantly be disqualified for the job. The same applies to rude or sexist posts. Being under the influence. Your friends might think that posting pictures of expensive alcohol that you had at a party is cool, but your employers will not think that. Any pictures of or related to alcohol or drugs will lead to instant disqualification. Too many selfies. If you're swayed by teenager-ish trends, they'll not give you a positive image of yourself. School authorities are looking for role models who can inspire students and act as leaders. Posting too many selfies, especially if they are sexual in nature, doesn't reflect well on a teacher's personality. Poor grammar. Even if you're a math teacher and think that grammar isn't important, it actually is. Good schools and colleges look for teachers who are good with their verbal communication skills. Make sure you don't use common internet slang to look cool. It shows that you're not good with grammar. That's it for now, Busy Educator. I hope you enjoyed this 22-day video course on how to get a teaching job. Until next time, talk to each other, support each other, take care of each other.